friends, welcome to another video on Tutorials Point with Ms.Richa. Today under the Teaching Skills for Educators module, we will talk about transactional analysis. Well, this module will tell you as a teacher and as an educator how to really be aware of your own thoughts, the way you behave with your students, and how that can really affect you as a teacher or an educator. So let's get started. On the agenda today, we will discuss what exactly is transactional analysis, transactional analysis subcategories, ego states, different kind of strokes that we need, transactional analysis proper, how we communicate, parent-adult-child model, benefits of transactional analysis. Well, that is what is there on the agenda for us today. Now, transactional analysis is really about your parent, your adult and child, different ego states which are there within each and every individual. Hence, a system of popular psychology based on the idea that one's behavior and social relationship reflect an interchange between parental, child as well as an adult aspects of personality established early in the life. Now, as a parent, our personality is mostly that of critical and nurturing. As a parent, that is how we are. As an adult, we are mostly rational, and as a childlike, we are generally more intuitive and dependent on people around us. So all individual, wherever they are, whichever part of the world or the country, they always have all these three different ego states in them. Transactional analysis subcategory, well, there are certain categories for transactional analysis. Structural analysis is basically all about structuring an individual psyche. So basically what happens inside the mind of the individual is structured in a definite pattern. Transactional analysis proper, which means that analysis of interpersonal transactions based on structural analysis of the individuals who are involved in that particular transaction, and that is what is structural, or rather a transactional analysis which is proper. Script analysis, the way a person speaks to himself or herself, there is a pattern or a way of thinking, or probably thinking and saying things, and that is what is scripted in the mind of the individual. Game analysis means repeating sequences of transactions that lead to a result subconsciously agreed to by the parties who are involved in that particular game. So friends, these were certain subcategories of transactional analysis. As mentioned before, we have three different ego states which everyone, all individuals have in their mind. At some point, one ego state is more dominant. At another time and another situation, there is another ego state which is more dominant. So the parent ego state, which really means we think, feel and behave as our real parents or caregivers did when we were children, and that is whom we copy and imitate when we are in the parent ego state. The adult ego state is basically a processing center and important because it is only ego state that is not connected to the past. And when we are in the adult state or the adult ego state, we are in the current moment. It has no value of anything in the past. The child ego state, which when we are into, we play back through the thoughts, our ideas, our feelings and behavior that we experienced as a child. So well, if as a child you had a lot of traumatic experiences, that part will reflect in your child ego state whenever you experience that as a dominant part of your personality. Well, what are strokes? Now, stroke is a medical condition definitely, but here in this Teaching Skills for Educators module, what we are looking at stroke as a kind of a pat on our back. It is basically a motivation factor, and all of us like to be motivated when we are experiencing a reward or a recognition. So hence a stroke is a unit of recognition. Borne, who was a famous psychologist, says that we are all desperately seeking strokes from one another, and a lot of us do many things in order to be appreciated for that thing, and hence as a teacher it becomes a very important part of your role to really appreciate your students, because that is what is very important for students, to be appreciated for the kind of work that they are doing. Well, transaction analysis, how do we really communicate? There are different ways in which we communicate in our day-to-day experiences with different people. Let's look at them. Complementary transaction is wherein we say something and the person, or rather the person B, relates in a different manner or in a complementary manner. So for example, person A says something from one ego state that invites a response from a person B from a complementary ego state. Person A says nice weather and person C complements it by saying sure it is. So it's like a give and take from where both people operate from the same ego state. The next one is cross transactions. Well, in this particular one, it is a little different from the earlier one, wherein the response to the stimulus is from an ego state other than the one that has been invited. And here the person really talks from an ego state rather than a complementary state. Example, person A says, wash your face, and person B says, don't be rude. So basically, you are really trying to be or giving an answer from a different state, which is of the ego state. The ulterior transaction stage is wherein a social message is given out, but what you really are trying to say is a psychological message, which is probably what you want to say, but you're not able to say it. Hence, there is a social message, what we say, and the psychological message, what we mean. Example being, if somebody asks you, how are you? Well, a social response to this message would be, I am fine, thank you. However, a psychological message might you might wanting to mean that I am not really fine, but I have to give out this social message being in line with the societal pressure, I am fine. Rather, what you want to say is, I am not fine, I need help. Well, as a teacher, it's important for you to look through these social and psychological message whenever you're talking to your students. When you're talking to your students, they might say something but might mean something else. Well, when we talk about time structuring, what it is exactly, Bernie says that we all hate to be bored and desire stroke so much that we have a psychological hunger for structuring out our time. Although we desire intimacy, we are scared of the vulnerability it creates for us. So time structuring becomes very important because our day revolves around getting motivation, getting appreciation. And when we don't get it, at times it hurts our ego states as well. Let's look at the parent-adult-child, which is PAC model, and here what it means. The PAC model can help you to understand more clearly what is taking place between two people in a situation, as well as to help you understand you and your own reactions. Whenever there are two people involved in a situation, what goes on into each of their mind is something what is PAC model. Once you have an understanding of your own parent, adult and child state, you have an increased choice of which ego state to adopt, which signal to send and where to send them. So you as an individual become so aware of your ego state, which is dominant at that point of time, that you know exactly what to do and where to do and how to do it. And that is because of the PAC model. Well, there are a lot of benefits of transaction analysis, and as a teacher, here is how it can really help you improve your relations with your students as well. In practical application, transaction analysis can be used to help many people having different kinds of problems, be it depression or be it psychologically related problems. This kind of study really helps you to understand your people better. Transaction analysis can support individuals to eliminate unhelpful ways of thinking, feeling, behaving and communicating. So through this, you are able to understand your people and also talk to them about their behaviors and feelings. This can be valuable for individuals, for couples, for families as well as groups, because you understand each other better. This can also help people to become more and more self-aware, and as teachers and students, if we are more self-aware of ourselves, it is always good. Helpful skills can be developed, which can be applied to all areas of life, including relationships, occupation and everyday interaction. And this kind of study helps you in your overall holistic development of your personality, whether you're at home, in your personal life, as well as in your professional life. You can learn the most effective ways to communicate. This may mean that you are more likely to get what you would want, like from that of life. So you know what you want, your agenda in life and your goal in life is completely clear once you are aware of yourself. This approach promotes personal inflection, or rather you're able to reflect yourself, introspect yourself and get a lot of answers to questions which might be bothering you. And hence, transaction analysis is a beautiful way of discovering your own self as a teacher and discovering your students in order to have a good teacher-student relationship. Well, friends, I do hope you have enjoyed listening to this particular module on transaction analysis. I hope you will take these learnings from here and use it in your day-to-day life as well. Thank you very much for watching us. Keep watching for more videos.
Tutorialspoint.com. Simply easy learning.